I'm not going to lie, I'm a little panicked right now. It's 11 a.m. and I just started my vlog for the day. And usually I have, anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes of the day before to add to a vlog. And I don't today because Epps and I were out late walking, and then when we came home I included the walk and then like a little bit of me talking whenever I got home. So I had to get that vlog edited, exported, uploaded, and scheduled, and then get to bed. And that didn't leave me any time to vlog. Epps and I also laid down and watched some stuff on YouTube. And he had to be at work really, really early this morning. So I didn't have any time because I chose to include our walk and everything in yesterday's vlog because I did absolutely nothing but sit in my room all day. I was like, I have to get out at least once in this fucking vlog. And it ended up screwing me on today's vlog. Fuck. But also I actually got some sleep, which also screwed me a little bit on today's vlog. I didn't wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning like I normally do. Between 6 and 7 I slept in. I don't know, I don't regret that though. I don't regret getting sleep. I don't regret sleeping in. I needed it, I think, but maybe because I actually got a good amount of sleep and I have the energy to do things, I can leave the fucking house and do things. I did get a text from CVS this morning telling me that Mr. D has some prescriptions that I need to go pick up. I always get really, really nervous picking up his insulin from CVS. Because the last time that I did, I was driving home and I almost got T-boned. So I punched on the gas really, really hard and the tire fell off. That was when we had the van, and I had to run home as fast as I could and it was like, I don't know, probably like a block, but I was panicked because it's me. And the thing with insulin is like once it heats up to like the room temperature, it starts to break down, and then you have 30 days to use it or it's no good. So I was paranoid that I felt like that I was going to ruin my son's insulin, even though I do believe this was at the ass end of winter and I had plenty of time to get home before that shit like heated up at all. But in here it was the 1800s and I was fucking racing through the elements outside trying to get my fucking get the medicine to the villagers. I'm really good at being dramatic and building things up in my brain, but that's literally what it felt like. My fucking tire fell off when I had my son's insulin and I had to walk in the dark, and it was like partially raining outside. I literally felt like somebody who's like the sled wrecked. They had to leave town to get medicine for the villagers, and they're making their way back and they're sled wrecked, so they had to hike through the terrain to get back as quickly as possible. Everyone's depending on that. That's what it felt like in here. Look at this giant cupcake that Epps just gave me. It's fucking huge. 2 servings. Fuck off. I have to take a break and eat some lunch. And we're having a cheap frozen meal because we're poor. Anyways, I have to take a break. I have been cleaning for hours. I have been cleaning, organizing, throwing things away, putting things away for fucking hours. And yeah, I gotta take a break. I was doing that all powered on that cupcake. Like a toddler. I function. What do you mean? I function. Despite the fact that I am very, very tired, I have been moving and cleaning like crazy today to keep myself distracted. I'm very sad And I have been sad for a few days. Yeah. Yeah, I want to talk about it, but I suppose I should put a trigger warning right here. I've been thinking a lot about my little boys, and I don't know if it's because we're like coming up on their birthday or what it is, but it was the first thing that I thought about yesterday when I woke up. And it's like if I have a second to think today, that's immediately where my mind goes. For those of you that don't know, and I'm assuming the majority of you do, I lost 2 little boys in 2010 when they were infants. One was 1 day old, one was 2 days old. They passed away because they were severely premature. And their birthday is September 15th. And I guess that could be why their 13th birthday is coming up. And before anyone says it, and yeah, you guys, some of you, I know at least one person is going to be in my comments like, oh my God, why would somebody say something so like dense? Oh, you would be surprised. Yes, I realize that my life would be chaos with 2 13-year-olds, a 12-year-old, and a 10-year-old. But I will never, ever, 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 ever view what happened to my sons as some sort of blessing. And I understand, like, a lot of people kind of try to look at silver linings of, like, shitty situations. There is no silver lining in losing a child. There's no silver lining in losing a child. But I've been cleaning to, like, keep myself, my mind, myself busy so I don't lay here and absolutely rot. I can't sit here and play on my iPad or whatever because I feel like I'm starting to get carpal tunnel. I'm not joking you, in my thumb from how much I've been like playing games to like keep myself mentally busy. I went downstairs to play with the kids and all I could think about was how many people in my life have said to me, oh my God, could you imagine how chaotic your life would be if you had 4 kids? I wouldn't know any different. I wouldn't fucking know any different. What do you mean? Yes, things would be different, but I would also be a different person. I would not be as dysfunctional as I am. You know, I would still have my childhood trauma to deal with, but I don't know who I would be without the trauma of watching both of them pass. When I was barely 21 years old, I turned 21 on August 19th, and then they passed on August 16th and September 16th and September 17th. I don't know who I would be if that didn't happen to me, if they would have survived, and I could potentially be a fucking functioning human being. I don't know, and unfortunately we'll never know. I would love to share pictures of the short time that I had with them, but I have always been terrified. I have always been terrified of somebody taking the pictures of my sons and putting them somewhere online, like one of those fucking like weird ass 1 like equals 1 prayer Facebook pages, or like stealing them and saying that that's their baby. And you would think that that would not be a thing. It's extremely common. Like I've given like vague descriptions, stories, whatnot, of like what happened, like what led up to it and what happened. And I would love to just talk about everything in great detail. It would be really hard for me. I don't know if I could do it in one go, but I would love to tell their story and I would love to share them, but I'm terrified of somebody taking their pictures. I'm terrified of somebody taking what happened to me, what happened to them, what happened to their dad, and stealing it. And you think that somebody wouldn't do that. Oh, yes, they would. Oh, yes, they would. I'm literally horrified of something like that happening to me. Maybe one day I'll push past. And I'm such like a small YouTuber that like somebody could do that and nobody would be able to point their fingers and be like, that's Goth Mam's babies and story. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. But I finished my pasta. Those are actually really good. The whatever they are. I don't know what they are. They're good. And by the way, if you saw my fork, they are reusable. They are reusable. Don't come for me. Epps watched my vlog yesterday where I was talking about how I wanted to cut my wig. Why? I was about to say, why do I look so weird? Bitch, that's just your fucking face. Like, get over it. Anyways, Epps watched my vlog yesterday where I was talking about how I wanted to wash. Yes, I do need to wash, and I did actually say I wanted to wash. But when I said that I wanted to cut my wig, but all I have is fabric and crafting scissors, and he brought these up to me to check out this fucking relic. He brought these up and was like, these are in the downstairs bath. Guys, these are my fucking scissors from when I went to beauty school back in like 2008. They were downstairs in my son's bathroom. And Epps apparently says that he said that he uses them all the time to trim his mustache. They definitely are gonna need to be sharpened and probably oiled, but these are my fucking scissors from beauty school a very long time ago. How long ago is that? Almost 16 years ago. Jeez. Does anybody else have items in your house that you don't keep track of? You just never lose them? Like, you actively do not go out of your way to not lose them? You just don't? Because that's these. These things have probably lived in 20 different houses and have definitely lived in 4 different states with me. And Epps was just like, oh, here you go. What? My carpal tunnel's been acting up from how much I've been playing Animal Crossing. And I swear it's from, like, my nails being long and me not being able to, like, touch my iPad with, like, my full finger. I have to use, like, the side of my thumb. And I know that I'm supposed to stop doing the thing that is causing the carpal tunnel, but, like, I think the approach I'm gonna take is to, like, get a stylus, you know what I mean? Like, I have an Apple Pen, but that's for drawing. I think I'm just gonna get a little stylus, because, bitch, I've got a fucking streak. I've got a streak going on here, okay? How pathetic! I had a dream that my nail fell off, and apparently it wasn't a fucking dream. And I found it under my fucking pillow. I found it under my pillow. What the hell? I'm getting ready for my tattoo appointment. I just put on a little bit of powder and some eyebrows. I'm gonna put on a little bit of eyeliner, some mascara. I might put on lashes. I'm not sure. I have the weirdest feeling today, and I think it's just because, like, I need to eat something more than what I ate, and I definitely am gonna have to do that before I get tattooed. I've never passed out or came close to passing out during a tattoo, but I know people that have because they didn't eat before they got tattooed. And it also might be that I, like, fucking chugged, like, literally fucking chugged caffeine this morning on an empty stomach. So I've got, like, that head swimmy feeling. I also didn't sleep very well last night, but it was because I'm excited. It's because I'm excited. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I took a shower this morning. I remember being a teenager and getting, like, my first professional tattoo in, like, an actual tattoo shop, and getting online and looking up, like, tattoo etiquette on this, like, TLC site that I'm pretty sure was ran by, like, it wasn't ran by Kat Von D, but it was, like, featured on their site because of her, because she had, like, LA Ink or whatever the name of the show was, and I was reading, like, what not to do and what to do before a professional tattoo appointment, because up to that point I'd only been tattooed in, like, dirty kitchen. And I'll never forget reading about, like, how you should take extra care of your hygiene and everything, and, like, make sure that you shower and brush your teeth and wear deodorant, but don't wear any, like, strong scented perfume. Winnie has hiccup. Sorry, I thought I heard somebody come in, and Epps is currently running to the store to get us caffeine. because we all know I need more of that. And then I had my son's endocrinologist put in a special order for him some insulin pens for school in case something happens to his pump, even though they usually call me and tell me to come get him if anything happens, because they love just shoving him out the door. He's not a child to them, he's a liability. We're gonna have a good day. It's gonna be a good day. He's taking up an insulin pen to them to keep in the nurse's office. But anyways, that shit stuck with me this entire time. It's probably been 17 years or so since I read that article, but it may stick out so much to me because I was reading it in like computer class. During free time at the end or the beginning of class, we would always get like the last however many odd minutes to just play games or like read articles or whatever online. And yeah, I was reading it in computer class. Maybe that's why it like burned in my brain, because the weird fucking situation I was in when I read it. I just pinned the shit out of the edges of my wig because one time I was getting tattooed and my wig fell off. But thankfully it was my friend that always tattoos me. So like he didn't care. But bitch, when I tell you I had to lay back and my wig came right off. And I was like, could you catch that for me before it hits the ground? These are strangers though. These are strangers. Maybe I'll wear a hat. What do I do? Not wear a wig? That would probably be the smartest thing. I did pin it like crazy around my face though, hoping to keep the bitch in place. Oh my god. I'm very, very, very thankful today that I don't feel like shit, because last night, I'm super lactose intolerant. Super lactose intolerant. I had pizza and a lot of ice cream, and all night it felt like my insides were turning to cement. Okay? Nothing happened but that. And I was like, does this mean that tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and be absolutely fucking doubled over and be like, listen, I kind of have an excuse for it. I was really sad. And I was self-soothing with food. And I didn't finish my vlog for the day yesterday because I was laying in bed, staring at the ceiling and being sad and eating food and trying to sleep. It was a very rough day. It was a very rough day. I was going to take some Pepto because I have some pretty fucking gnarly heartburn, but I don't have any, so we're just going to start the day. I'm going to go ahead and end this because my tattoo appointment is at 1, so I'll probably be there till 3 or 4. And then as soon as I get home, we got to get the kids off the bus and everything. So I have like 30 minutes until it's time to leave, which is just enough to get this exported and at least start the upload process. So I'm going to show you guys my outfit and vlog as much as I can at the tattoo shop. Do you want to say bye, baby?
Yes.
Just say, boy.
Boy.